What if the smallest flower in the garden wasn't waiting to bloom, but waiting to tell its story? Every beautiful creation begins with something tiny, something almost invisible. This little purple bud looked no different from the others, yet hidden inside it was a dream that had been growing quietly for a very long time. Stay with me until the end, because this simple flower may remind you that the greatest beauty in life is never rushed. On the edge of a peaceful garden, where the morning breeze carried the fresh scent of leaves and the first rays of sunlight painted the grass with golden light, a tiny purple flower rested on a slender green stem. Around it, colorful flowers danced proudly in the wind. Bright red roses welcomed every visitor. White lilies reflected the morning light like tiny stars. Yellow daisies smiled at every butterfly that passed by. The little purple flower watched them all with silent admiration. Every morning, the birds filled the garden with cheerful songs. Butterflies floated gently from flower to flower, choosing the brightest colors to land on. Bees buzzed happily as they searched for sweet nectar, yet no one stopped beside the little purple bud. It remained closed, quiet, and unnoticed. Sometimes it wondered if anyone would ever see its beauty. One afternoon, an old butterfly landed on a nearby leaf. It had traveled through many gardens and had seen flowers of every color imaginable. Looking at the tiny bud, the butterfly smiled. "Why do you look so worried?" it asked gently. The little flower answered softly, "Every flower around me has already bloomed. Everyone admires them. I'm afraid my time will never come." The butterfly laughed kindly. "My little friend," it said, "the garden never asks every flower to bloom on the same day. Nature knows exactly when each one is ready." Those words stayed in the flower's heart. The days continued to pass. Sometimes heavy rain covered the garden. Strong winds bent the branches and scattered fallen leaves across the ground. Many flowers struggled against the weather. Some lost their petals. Others stood quietly waiting for brighter days. The tiny purple bud never complained. Instead, it grew stronger with every sunrise. Its roots reached deeper into the earth. Its stem became steadier. Its leaves grew brighter with every passing day. Although no one noticed these small changes, they were preparing it for something wonderful. One peaceful morning, after a gentle night of rain, the clouds slowly drifted away. The rising sun filled the garden with warm golden light. Tiny drops of water sparkled like diamonds on every leaf. The first ray of sunshine touched the little purple bud. It felt warmth spreading through every petal. Slowly, very slowly, the petals began to open. The garden seemed to pause. A butterfly circled above. A bird landed quietly on a nearby branch. Even the breeze became softer, as if nature itself wanted to watch the moment. Little by little, the flower opened completely. Its rich purple petals glowed against the fresh green leaves, creating a peaceful beauty unlike anything else in the garden. The butterflies arrived first, then the bees. Soon even the gardener noticed it. "What a beautiful flower," the gardener whispered with a smile. The little flower finally understood something that changed everything. If it had bloomed too early, it would never have become the flower it was meant to be. Its patience had become part of its beauty. From that day forward, every visitor stopped to admire the little purple blossom. Some took photographs, others simply smiled as they passed by. Children pointed toward it with excitement, while birds continued singing above its leaves. The old butterfly returned once more. "I told you," it said gently, "every flower has its perfect season." The flower smiled quietly. It no longer compared itself with the roses or the lilies. It had discovered something far more valuable. Real beauty is not about being first. It is about becoming the best version of yourself. That is exactly how embroidery is created. A single stitch may seem too small to matter. One thread alone cannot tell the whole story, but every careful stitch joins another. Every tiny detail adds beauty. Every patient movement transforms simple fabric into something extraordinary. As you watch each stitch appear, remember that creativity grows the same way a flower blooms, slowly, gently, and with patience. Every mistake teaches a lesson. Every new design builds confidence. Every finished piece carries the time, care, and love of the person who created it. Life often makes us feel as though we are falling behind. We compare ourselves with others and wonder why our own dreams take longer. Yet the garden teaches a different lesson. Flowers never compete. They simply bloom when they are ready. Perhaps your own dream is growing quietly today. Perhaps your success is still below.